international educator.
Hello student, welcome to our biology revision today. So today we have some questions that I want us to go through together as I guide you on how to answer those questions. So we are going to start with some structured questions which are from different topics in biology. And then we see how we go about answering those questions in biology. So in these structured questions, dear learner, you are expected to have read enough, and every time you are responding to structured questions in biology, you ought to have done a lot of reading, mastered the content, so that you are able to answer any question that comes along your way in as far as these structured questions are concerned. So I have just a number of structured questions that I want us to go through together. And as we go through together, kindly take notes or take note of the do's and don'ts in every question and other things that I'm going to highlight as I take you through these questions and guide you on how to answer these questions. So we have our first question that we are borrowing from the topic of excretion and homeostasis, whereby you're told, explain what happens in humans when the concentration of glucose in the blood rises above normal. Explain what happens in humans when the concentration of glucose in the blood rises above normal. So this question, for you to be able to answer that question, dear student, it is very, very important that you ought to have mastered the content in the topic or from the topic this question has been borrowed from. And you are expected to know that when it comes to blood sugar regulation, two hormones are involved. That is glucagon and we have insulin. But the question is telling you to explain what happens when the blood glucose rises above normal. So it is expected of you to know which hormone specifically regulates the blood sugar or blood glucose level when it rises above normal, because the two hormones, that is glucagon, the two hormones, that is glucagon and insulin, are antagonistic. So when this one is secreted, the other one is not being secreted. So they cannot be secreted at the same time. So that is all what you require to be able to answer that question. So keywords to highlight in that question is the hormone. You're told to explain the hormone, or rather what happens when the blood glucose rises above normal. So you highlight the word rises above normal and you're told to explain. So you give a precise explanation or a precise answer to that question. So of very great importance, dear student, I have said, know the two hormones that regulates the blood glucose level, that is the insulin hormone and the glucagon hormone, not glycogen but glucagon hormone. So what is expected of us in the answer to that question? So again, we have our question there. So what is expected in that answer? That when the blood glucose level rises above normal, pancreas is stimulated to release insulin hormone, which is carried by the blood to the liver and stimulates the liver cells to convert excess glucose to glycogen for storage.